Hello there, you're tuned into Football Everyday Euro 2012 edition. I am your host, Zack, and in the studio with me here at the Menage Star are the usual Football Everyday culprits, Ian Yee and Randeep Singh. Hello, lads. Hey. Well, the group stages, they are done and dusted. It ended last night, and I'll tell you what, served up a couple of tantalizing matchups as well. Wayne Rooney, that man Wayne Rooney, he returned to fight England to the top of Group D and a tasty quarter-final clash-up against Italy. So lads, we'll start with the England game. England versus Ukraine. England ends up top of the group. Ian, is that a job well done for Roy's men there?
I thought it was just about well done because Rooney was poor. I was thinking that they would substitute him for Carroll earlier on because he didn't look match fit. He was sharp. He wasn't sharp. He was giving the ball away. Missed a lot of headed chances. It seemed like the game was crying out for Andy Carroll. But yet they brought off Welbeck, who was pretty decent in the air as well. So it really makes sense for me.
Well, I think with the Wayne Rooney scenario, Randy, it's a case of playing the man into form because you want a guy like Rooney to be on form. But I tell you what, that's not an England game without your usual bit of controversy. There was a goal line incident, Randeep. Ball across the line, Terry hacks it away. Fifth official less than 10 meters away, didn't see fit to give it. So Randeep, mate, it's going to start that whole conversation again, right?
Payback time.
Yes.
England, Germany.
Yeah, England, Germany, echoes of Frank Lampard there. But I tell you what, Randeep, this is going to stir up the wasp nest once again. Everyone's going to go Platini. When are we going to bring in goal line technology?
It's a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, you're playing in a big tournament and one incident can make or break your whole tournament.
Certainly.
And, you know, you're the host nation. And, you know, I mean, I feel for the Ukrainians. I thought they played well. I thought England, like you said, they got the job done just about.
Yeah.
But they were average. Apart from Gerrard and Lescott, I think the rest were pretty average.
Okay. Well, the stats tell you that it is 7 points from the group, which is a pretty nice collection of points there. But I tell you what, Ian, Wayne Rooney, right, ineligible for the first two group games. He returned to scores to win. And how important is return? I know you're saying that he was a bit off colour yesterday. Yeah. But is it not a case of having to stick with possibly the team's best player?
That's right. I think what you said was true as well. Playing him into form, he needs to be eased back into it, get to the speed of the tournament. But he definitely has the goods, right? He can pop up with the goals and like no matter how poorly he played, he scored the goal. He was at the right place at the right time, and that's what you get with Rooney, I guess.
I mean, it's a massive boost for England. You know, Wayne Rooney is like a new player, and I mean, he is world class, full stop. And so, you know, I mean, England lack world-class players. Rooney is one of them. And so, it's a massive boost for England.
The one I was disappointed with was actually James Milner. Selection. I know he offers that stability that Hodgson is looking for. But if you're gonna play Rooney, you gotta make the game a bit more expansive. So Rooney has some room to move in through the middle. So if you play Walcott or somebody like that who's gonna stretch the pitch, you know, then Rooney's gonna get more space.
James Milner gets the work done. So he's a workhorse.
Well, that is the mystery of this new look England. You know, gone is the glamour and the flair in place of something more pragmatic. But lads, I tell you what, the job is getting done by Roy's boys, whether or not it's pretty to watch.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's have a word about Ukraine. Now, like other host nation Poland, the Ukrainians are going to have to watch the rest of the tournament at home, sitting on the sofa. Now, Randeep, they played well yesterday, but, you know, in the end, it was too little too late, eh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm upset the Ukrainians are out because they had some beautiful girls. Ukraine, they were average, but, you know, they gave England a game yesterday, and they would have, I mean, if luck would have been on their side, they would have probably snatched a point.
Yeah, snatched a point, you know? And wouldn't have been good enough. Well, I'll tell you what, in the next game, Sweden versus England, that match saw France qualify for the knockout stages of a major finals for the first time in 6 years, despite losing to already eliminated Sweden 2-0. Now, lads, Sweden's win was not only their first points in the group, right, but also their first win over the French in almost 43 years. Now, Ian, mate, a great performance by the Swedes, deserved winners of that match last night.
it's back to the drawing board for the French, isn't it? It was their full strength team. They really wanted to top the group to avoid the Spanish. On this performance, how are they gonna beat Spain? Come on, I mean, they gotta be realistic now.
They were awful. I thought that was the single worst performance I saw in the whole of Euro. And I mean, you got players like Benzema, Ribéry. They were doing nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think trying to not get booked. Probably. But I tell you what, Laurent Blanc, he didn't pull any punches, right? He said France were an average French team was beaten by the Swedes. Now, that's putting it kindly as far as I'm concerned. And the French, mate, they blow hot and cold, right? And then now they've got a massive game in the quarterfinals. Massive improvement is needed, surely.
I know, but I guess that's the thing with French. They can be temperamental. A lot of the players, people like Nasri, Ribéry, they've shown that they can be a bit iffy characters. So I guess that was the reason why, maybe because it was against Sweden, nothing riding on it, not too much riding on it.
Well, now they got Maxis also suspended for the quarterfinal. Randeep, just a quick word before we round up. The brilliance of Zlatan, mate. We've had some disparaging words about him on the show, but he showed what he can do on the pitch.
Fantastic, fantastic goal, well taken. I mean, he is world class. He's just temperamental player. You never know what you're going to get from him. He's very temperamental, but he lifts the side, and I think I mean he's got another tournament at least left.
Okay, brilliant stuff. Well, I'm gonna hold on to your thoughts there because we're gonna take a little break. When we come back, we're gonna run the rule over the knockout stages. Enter the quarterfinals, so keep it locked right here in Football Every Day. Hello there and welcome back to Football Everyday Euro 2012 edition. I'm your host Zach and we are coming to you from our studios here at Menara Star, our comfy studios. Very comfy indeed. Okay, the quarterfinals, they are up, the group stages done and dusted like I said earlier. And I tell you what we've got in store for us, Euro fanatics, are 4 matches of the highest quality, well on paper anyway. So lads, we're going to kick off our little roundup of the quarters. Czechoslovakia versus Portugal. Now, that's the first one coming up for us tomorrow evening. Now, Randeep, mate, the Czechs, we didn't think we'd see them in the quarterfinals, but here they are with a winnable game against the Portuguese.
I mean, after the first game when they got hammered by the Russians, no one expected them to progress. But here you go, they have progressed. And I think the Czechs are a team, you never know what you're going to get from them. They either turn up or they don't. And but I still feel that Portugal has got too much in them for the Czechs. So Portugal should qualify, providing Ronaldo and Nani, show up.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Ronaldo because in today's very excellent and essential pull-out, there's a good article about the Czechs with regards to Ronaldo. Mate, the Czechs, they fear Ronaldo. They feel that if you're going to stop the Portuguese, he's the man you got to stop. You agree with that analysis?
Well, that's the thing. I think the Portuguese themselves believe that, and that's the problem.
What, a one-man team kind of
they kind of all look to Ronaldo, and that kind of puts people like Nani, in the shadows. People like Veloso, who's a great player, a decent player. Moutinho, they all go in the shadows, and nobody dares to take charge because every ball has to go to Ronaldo, and I guess that's their problem. But players like Nani, he can turn a game on its own by himself,
But I tell you, Portugal, right? They've got 2 centre halves in Bruno Alves and Contral, Fabio Contral. They have been excellent. I think they are the spine of the team.
And that disaster waiting to happen, Pepe, he's actually
he's
played really well,
right?
And he's cut out the histrionics. So I tell you what, we were talking about Wayne Rooney just now, Ian, and how some players, despite not having the best of form, need to stay on the pitch, and maybe that's the case with Ronaldo. I mean, he had a horrible first 2 games, press on his back, and then he comes good with 2 goals. The make of the man, the mark of the man, if you will.
That's right. Plus, when I was hearing people saying how bad he was, but when you watch the highlight reel, I was saying that after the game as well. You watch the highlight reel, everything good seemed to come out of some kind of positive running from Ronaldo. Perhaps people maybe expect too much from him. When he misses, they're like, oh, he misses. But he tried a shot from like 30 yards, and it wasn't too far off. When it happens, when it works, people are like, oh, he's fantastic. When it doesn't come off, he looks silly. So that's the problem.
Well, that's the heat that goes along with being the 12th best player in world football according to
Barcelona.
The Barcelona man, Mr. Sandro Rosselli. Is that right?
Sandro Rosell, yeah.
Sandro Rosell. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, another matchup is Greece versus Germany, or Germany versus Greece, however you want to say it. Now, this match, right, Randeep, looks like David versus Goliath, on paper anyway, right?
Mate, I can tell you the score now. It's going to be 3 or 4-0 to the Germans.
Really?
And yeah, they're going to...
You've doubted the Greeks before in this tournament, though, right?
Greeks shouldn't be there. Come on. I mean, they're so anti-football, But yeah, I mean, coming from what they're going through now, economically in the country, it's a good lift for the Greeks. But nah. Germany will walk all over them.
Well,
the problem for the Greeks as well is that they're saying the longer they stay there, the more pressure there is on them, right? Because the people are paying for the hotels, and the team buses and all that. So you were saying?
Sorry, Joachim Low was saying like playing Greece, the Greek team are the masters of efficiency, and playing them is like chewing a brick. I never chewed a brick myself, but I kind of get what he means. I.e., it's going to be a tough old battle out there.
Yeah, but I think Germany has too much guile. I mean, how often can you say that about Germany? With players like Ozil up front, wow, he can unlock any defense.
So especially I think from your attitude, you're thinking you're both going for Germany.
Easy win for Germany.
Easy. Okay, well, speaking of tasty matchups, you don't get any tastier than this one. Two teams that like to do the old tick-a-tacker. Spain versus France. Now, boys, for the connoisseurs, for the posers, as I like to say, this is the one that's going to get all like the purists out there in full force. Spain versus France, mate. Can France actually stand up to the might of Spain, Randeep?
Well, Spain, to be honest, they've not played well compared to the World Cup, but they have got something to prove. And I think the Spanish should go through. And the French have to turn up in the first place.
Okay, and actually go forward with their football.
Absolutely.
They like sideways football a lot, the French. I'll tell you what, though, Ian, just quickly about Spain, it's funny how they got criticised for the 1-0 against Croatia. Now, that shows you the level of pressure that's on Spain's back. Can they handle this kind of heat, beat Croatia 1-0 and then the press on their back.
That's right. I think it's not so much whether the whole team can deal with the pressure. It's more about whether Torres can deal with the pressure. I think the system that what's his name, Dabrowski wants to play, it's all about the front man, the one guy up front. If he doesn't work out, then he's going to bring in Cesc Fabregas to try to play the tiki-taka all the way, and that's not ideal. So it's all about how Torres is going to deal with it. Is he going to show up? But against a team that is without Mexes, against a French team without Mexes, he should have a decent game. So that's good.
Philip Mexes, the disaster waiting to happen there might be working out for the French network. Okay, quickly, boys, we'll go around this up. Just a quick word on England versus Italy. Now, this is excellent matchup as well. So, Randeep, quickly, how do you see this one going out?
Penalties.
Penalties, huh?
And Italy to nick it.
Italy to nick it. Spoken like a true English fan. Well, we've run out of time for today. We'll be back tomorrow to preview the first of the quarterfinals. So you know what to do. We'll see you same time, same place. Until then, enjoy your football.
So penalties,
nice one, boys.
Penalties.